They lucky I did not pull up with a check it, but they wanna hear it, so here I go. Let me talk my shit. Yeah. Let me talk my shit. They talking that shit. That's a double dose. Andale, vámonos. They lucky I did not pull up with a check it, but they wanna hear it, so here I go. Let me talk my shit. Yeah.
What's up? It's your boy Chucky.
And it's your girl Double Dose.
It is Miss V.
Miss V.
Miss V. She is our reoccurring guest.
I am the resident counselor. That's what I am.
I like that.
Counselor. Resident counselor.
Title.
Y'all need to send me $25 a week for being the resident counselor. I'm just saying.
I hate with my regular counselor because my regular counselor, they payment kind of bounced the other day. So. There was no therapy for me today.
Because the payment bounced?
Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you want to be on that payment schedule. You might not want to be that way.
Because I love y'all, I'll give y'all a 50% discount. It's only regular people I charge $50 an hour. Because I love y'all, I'll do $25.
I love you so much. I'm gonna give you my debit card number.
No, I don't want your debit card. No. I need y'all to Zelle me. We're not gonna play them kind of games. I don't do that. Zelle me. Yeah. I don't do checks. I don't do debit cards. Zelle me. So I can't go directly to my bank account. I'm not gonna play with black people like that.
I'm a cash app you, so I can ask for it back in 6 months.
I'm gonna mail you a check.
I'll mail you a check with 2 forms of ID to somebody else's.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
Anyway, so tonight's topic is failure. Yes, we have all failed at something at some point in our lives. We all have, rather it was job related, relationship related, or whatever. And I thought this would be a great topic to segue into our next month with our relationship series. Yes,
I'm excited about our relationship series. Honestly,
I'm excited about it too. Are you wearing a shawl?
No, I'm wearing my blanket. I'm cold.
Where's your shirt?
A shawl?
A shawl.
A 70-year-old woman.
I'm wearing my bodysuit.
You never know a double dose. You never know. I had to ask was she wearing a shirt because I just make sure that we're not on live naked.
No, I'm wearing for the powers that be. I'm wearing clothes. These are clothes for the powers that be, so we don't get banned or nothing. I'm wearing clothes. I'm just chilly, and I was channeling my inner Zamunda of Coming to America with this. Yes. I'm channeling my inner.
Forever Wakanda.
No, Zamunda.
Zamunda, get it right. She picked
that's my arrow was Zamunda.
Thank you.
But no, I've actually I've been quite excited about the dating series, and it's not really a good thing, but I guess it's a good thing. Like I'm single again, so now I get to go through all the dating ups and downs. Like I have, I'm back in the the dating apps now. So, and it's been interesting. It's been scary. It's been scary. One dude wanted to come to my house, and I was like, no. He was like, well, you're wasting time. What you mean, sir? What are you trying to do to me?
Murder.
This is why I couldn't do the dating apps at all, because it was just so overwhelming. Like, it was too much going on. Like, pump the brakes, everybody. Just stop.
But I'm just like, how do I meet people? And I did make a post like a while back about dating apps and meeting people. And hola, ¿cómo está? Muy bien, ¿y tú? Sorry. No, somebody was talking to us. But it was
okay. On Twitch.
Sorry,
I see it. Hey, Bob.
Yeah, sorry, I only speak a little bit of Spanish. What's good, Lock? Oh, you're Lock.
Chilling like a villain. But
Estoy
yeah,
bien. Problemas. Oh, no. Mm-mm.
yeah, but we don't speak that much for Spanish.
No, not that much.
Thank
Hable
you.
español pequeño and malo.
Yes,
Pequito.
stunning.
Isn't it? Is it pequeño or
It's,
is
it's pequeño.
pequeño? Thank you, Calvin. Is that right, y'all?
But,
Did I say that?
yeah,
Calvin.
so I thought
Calvin.
failure would be a great segue into our relationship series.
I can see.
I mean, since you're newly single, you're on the dating apps. Since Miss V is single and she is out there,
How
and
about
she
LeBron
is
James just say he
up in the
wanted
world.
me? I just want to make sure this is the real LeBron James. Is this the real LeBron
You so
James? Hi.
yeah, you so silly. This man is big.
You can still want me shit.
Oh, talk about I'm real as oh, Lord.
Sorry, Miss V is so tickled. I love it. I love it.
But anywho, yeah, so we've all experienced this in life. But it's the part of working through failure to succeed and get to the goal that
Say
you
that,
set for yourself.
say that one more. Say that one more time. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I said we have all failed at some point in of our lives, whether it be relationships or whatever. Is the point of persevering and getting to the point where you learn from your mistake and you grow from it.
Yep.
So this is the reason why I thought failure would be a great topic for tonight. I mean, because last week, I did have a couple of moments where I felt like complete failure. Honestly, I
It's failure.
honestly I have
It's
so much.
failure, Calvin. It's failure. We're talking about failure this week to set up for our relationship series in August. Failure.
Yes, but you and this LeBron James, Jesus. But this week I had my little moments where I felt like a failure. Honestly, as everyone knows, I am a parent of 6. So between that, working and trying to make sure the house stayed going, because I'm also the house manager. So making sure the house stayed going and everything else like that. I just felt completely overwhelmed. And when it came to Saturday, I said, fuck it. And I just stayed in my bed. Stayed in my bed until 2. But yes, failure for me this week was something big. But yeah, y'all can go ahead and segue from there.
So I want to first, before we start, I want to put out what all failure can look like, because I think people think of it as one thing, and it can present itself in a lot of different ways. So of course we have relationship failures, which sometimes are not failures. They're just an open door that we need to walk through. So we could lose our job, maybe can be considered a failure. I was talking to someone earlier this week, and I was talking to them about having mommy guilt, and that would be considered a failure to me. Starting a business and it not working out can be considered a failure. Going back to school and you fall on your face, or you thinking that's what you did, can be considered a failure. It can come in a plethora of ways. And I'm going to stop right there because I'm going to say more stuff than I need to at this point. But yeah.
I can
definitely LeBron James. I can definitely don't.
I can definitely agree that this week felt I not I will say I did feel like I was a little bit of I felt like I failed in my relationship, even though, and I know Chucky, it really wasn't my fault that it didn't last, but I still felt like, okay, what could I have done to, pay more attention? What could I have done to, give him what he needed, or what you call it, or how could I have been a better partner?
So
Because
my question to you is, was it failure or was it rejection? Because those are not the same thing. And I think sometimes we take on being rejection as failure, and that is not it. Because the person was not able to compliment us, or they were not able to be in a relationship with whomever, me, you, whatever, and they decided to do something else or behave in a certain way that was offensive to our senses, that does not mean that we fail. That just means that they rejected us, which we can bounce back from. But the pain is similar, but it's not the same.
That's a good way to put it. I can definitely agree and say it would fall under rejection. In many ways, because it was like, okay, they're not as communicative with me, they're not, whatever, and it's like, okay, I'm trying, why aren't you trying? And it's like, oh, okay, you didn't want to try. Oh, okay, gotcha. Instead of communicating that way, because I'm a very communicative person, so it's like, you can talk to me, you can tell me, whatever, but it is what it is. But that is how I felt. I will say, this week, it's like, I don't, and then it also kind of flows into me going back into the dating realm again, because it's like, do I want to be on dates with these people? Like, because I kind of stood a couple of people up this week. So I was just like, I didn't stand them up. I did tell them like, hey, I can't make it. I just kind of made up something, because I was like, yeah, I don't feel like it.
And I think sometimes when we go through situations where there is failure and or rejection, because right now we're talking about both, we have to give ourselves a second to recalibrate, because we're kind of in this space of, I cannot believe that this just happened to me, or I cannot believe that I just messed this up. We have to give ourselves a second to recalibrate, because we have to get back to the realization, or the realization of what actually happened, which is what you just did when you said it wasn't me. I didn't fail. He messed up, right? So we have to be able to get down to that, which is the truth. The truth is the thing that we always want to get down to. Then we have to be able to think about, okay, so what can I do better next time? Because
Right.
if we don't put on that mindset, it's like we're just going to do the same thing over and over again, which is what we call insanity. It's just insane. So what can I do better next time? And is this really what I want to do? Do I want to start a business? Do I want to start this business? Is this the type of person that I want to date? Am I picking wrong? Like, these are all the things that we need to consider. We have to recalibrate, because if we don't, we'll find ourselves in the same situation over and over again, wasting our time, sometimes our money, and definitely our energy. And that's not what we want to do.
Definitely. And I definitely understand that, because the thing is that when you're wasting your energy into something, whether it be a business, relationship, or just everyday work, if you're wasting your energy in it, like, you're literally taking away all your joy. You're
Yes.
literally, at the end of the day, yeah, and at the end of the day, you're just causing your own self heartache for no reason at all. And it's something that is preventable, but the thing is that is something, you have to think about it. Is it something that you want to prevent, or is it something I'm going to keep on going along with? Because at the end of the day, like, just say, like, you've been working the same job for 20 years, but you're unhappy with everything that you're doing. It's not gonna work. It's not going to work. And at the end of the day, you're not going to be happy going there. You're not going to be happy driving there. Everything's going to seem like it's an extra chore. And at the end of the day, everybody wants to do something to make them happy. And that's my main that's my main thing, is finding the person that makes you happy, finding the people that makes you happy. That's the main reason why I want to do the dating series next month, because I feel as though a lot of people are dating wrong. I feel a lot of people are setting themselves up for failure because they're dating the same exact person over and over again, or they don't know what they really want, or they're getting used by the person. and you've been used by you've been used somebody, and you're being used by somebody, and you're just accepting. That is a form of failure as well. You're letting yourself down. You're letting your children down. You're letting everybody down around you. Because the thing is, your children are going to see, okay, this is the way a relationship is supposed to work, and then they're going to grow up and they're going to get a relationship the same exact way.
Absolutely.
And it's not going to work.
And I was thinking just now, when we get into a place, sometimes we'll consider something as a failure and we want to quit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what if me and Double Dose were like, okay, so we're not going to do this relationship thing again. I'm done. I'm tired, which I have said. I was like, I'm not doing this no more. It's ridiculous. But the fact of the matter is that I am a relationship person. D is a relationship person. We are relational people, right? So it's not that we need to not do it again. We have to persevere. We have to learn and keep going. We have to learn things about ourselves and how we relate to other people and what's good for us and what's bad for us, and keep going. Same thing in business. Okay, so let me think. This is not a failure. This was a teaching moment. So what is it that I can do to do it better this time? Because I know that I'm purposed. I love doing this. I know that I'm purposed to do this, right? So where did I go wrong? Because I'm unhappy in this moment, but I know this is my thing and this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So where did I go wrong?
So you feel like it's your calling?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. But when starting a business, doing it, it may just fall apart, or you may not have the people that you want, or all these other different things. So, I mean, you have to just come up with a different game plan. Sometimes we have to sit down with a strategist. Sometimes we have to sit down with a counselor, and all three of us go to therapy. Baby. Sometimes we do, so we can figure out how to go at it again, but better. Perseverance.
That's definitely true. That's definitely true. But the thing is that a lot of times when it comes to relationships or it comes to a career, we think, we have the money, we have everything we need right now, we have everything that I need, but you're still missing that main component.
Yeah.
That main component that is going to make you happy. That rather it's be career, rather it be a contract that you signed or something like that. Honestly, if you feel as though it's not making you whole, I'm a person that believes in walking away. But the thing is,
can I answer his question? So his question is, how do you guys come harder after failing hard? You have to keep coming. So one, like I said earlier, you got to stop and recalibrate. You can't just hit it again, because you're going to end up doing the same thing you did before. You have to step back and reassess what went wrong, or what is it that you can do better. What is it that you need to do about you that you can do better when you go to hit it next time? When you go and re-strategize what it is that you need to do or how you need to work that thing, be it a relationship or a job or a business or parenting, whatever it is, when you go back to do it again, you have a different plan. You have a different mindset. You have a positive piece about what it is that you're doing, and you go knock it down. Period. That is how you come at it again, but better. Same thing about the relationship part. It's the same thing. What is it that I can do to make myself better? And this is not, as far as a relationship, this is not an internal conversation only. This is something that you need to discuss with somebody who is outside, even not just you, not just your friend group, but somebody who doesn't really know you, who you can have this conversation with, so that they can be the person outside looking in who can just tell you what's up. Okay, so you're a narcissist, or you have pity parties, or You just can't seem to get right. And you have to be able to take that and learn from it and do better with it. So when you go to do another relationship, you know this is about yourself, but you learn strategies to help you to do better so that your relationships can move further. You're not just going to be
Definitely.
stuck in the same place.
You see, that's one thing I've never done.
You said that's something you never done?
I've never done that. Like with a like, even with walking away from a partner or whatnot, I've never like I guess I never tried to figure out like what my role was. I'm saying that right? I never tried to figure out what my role was. And I do have a reason for that. It's because it's like, it's kind of conceited a little bit. It's kind of like, oh, well, you left me. You the one with the problem. I said it's a little conceited. It's like, you the one with the problem. Like,
but the thing is, people, a lot of people have that. A lot of people have that mindset, is that you left me, so you're the problem. But the thing is that when you're in a relationship, and no matter what kind of relationship, whether it's a friendship or anything else like that, you're all involved. So you have a piece of that as well.
And don't get me wrong. I know I may have added to the problems or did something or whatever. I get that. But in my mind, it's still like, yeah, but we could have talked about those issues. Now, if you're choosing to walk away from me and not talk to me and not try to figure out what we can do to fix this, then it's not my problem. Then it's like, at that point, it's like, well, you're not even trying to work on it. You don't have an interest in fixing it or whatnot. So, you got to do what's best for you. So if that's that's why I never sought out to try to figure out, well, what could I do? What it is, or whatever I'm sorry, my mind is fluttering tonight. I never really tried to find out what my role was, especially not if I left a relationship or if I'm wanting to leave a relationship. I would tell the partner, like, I can't deal with, your, how mean you are to me or how you cheat on me. I've told somebody that, or, it's like, well, you don't want to move forward. You don't want to progress in our relationship. I want to move forward. I want us to get to the next level, to the next step. You don't want to do that? Fine. I'll walk away, but I'll tell them what they've done, but I don't, it's almost kind of like, hey, I really don't care, because you could have told me at any point in time. You chose not to tell me and you chose to walk away, Do
you ask them why they don't want to move to the next level?
I have asked that, but I never get a straight answer. I always get a bunch of, am I wearing a blanket? Yes, I am, because I'm cold. And thank you. You thought this was a dress. I appreciate it. But no, I've never say that question one more time, Miss V.
Have you ever asked them why they don't want to go to the next level? And your first answer was yes, but they all give the answer. They all don't give an answer. So my
Right.
follow-up to that is, okay, so that, to me, that would make me think that you're dating the same type of person who does the same thing. So my question then to you would be, okay, so you need to figure out the characteristics of the person that you've been dating. What is it that they all have in common? What is it all that they do? How do they behave? I mean, down to sex. How is the sex? How is it similar? All of that. Then I need you to consider what part of that didn't you like? What part of that was unacceptable? What do you want? I mean, off the rip, when you meet them and you have a conversation with them, when they're speaking to you, when they're speaking to you, is the conversation to your liking? If not, it's time to go right then. It's time to cut it off right then. I think we have an issue with, because we want to be in a relationship, we allow certain things to be done and said that we don't necessarily like or agree with, But because we want to be in a relationship, we allow it, and it snowballs into this thing. And we just like, okay, how do we get here? Like, I just want to be in love. You know what I mean?
But the thing is that to piggyback off of that, we also do that with friendships. We do that with friendships. We do that with coworkers. We do that and other aspects other than just sexual relationships or somebody that you're dating.
Unrealistic expectations.
And the other thing is, how much time are you giving yourself to actually work on you to move on to the next person? What are you doing? What are you doing for yourself to move on and work for the next person? Because if you're like you said, Double Dose, you don't spend time to evaluate what your role was in a relationship. So you're not giving yourself any time. You're just moving on right on to the next relationship.
Nah, I can't agree with that.
You're moving right on to talking to, not in relationship. You move right on to talking to somebody else because you're not giving yourself time to know yourself.
This is not just D though. This is
culture.
It's not.
Yeah, it is.
Culture dictates that, okay, well, since I couldn't find it with you, I'm gonna go find somebody else. Even to the point where while I'm with you and I'm unhappy, I'm looking for somebody else to replace you. When really, in all actuality, we need to stop and wait and kind of detox from what all of the stuff that we went through mentally and physically with this person, figure out what the heck happened, what went wrong, what did I do wrong, because you had a role in it. No matter how you slice it up, you had a role in it. And how can I go at it better next time? Realistically, because we all have these fantasies that we've played up in our heads to how we want things to go and look, and half the time they're not realistic, and we have to bring it down to reality and be like, okay, realistically, truthfully, this is what it can do and what it can work and look like. And that takes time. That you can't go from one relationship to another and like that and do all of that I just said. It takes time.
And a lot of times because we were taught in order to get over something, you have to get up under something else, or you have to get over something else, or you have to work. You have to work
out of my mouth, because that was the first thing my mom told me when I broke up with my ex-fiance years ago. She was like, well, the best way to get over him is to get on top of somebody else. And I was like, oh,
that's not healthy though.
It's not.
That's not. So you just taking the same drama and the same hurt and the same pain from relationship to relationship
and ride the next man
to relationship. And it's like, why does it seem like the same thing keeps happening over and over again? Because you're just doing the same thing over and over again. You carrying the same garbage to each relationship.
Now, what I will say, I'm absolutely tired of hearing from, like, past guys or whatnot is, your wife material. I get tired. I get tired of hearing that. It's like, well, bitch, if I'm wife material, what's up?
You're not my wife material.
Then say that. Or don't say it at all. Because I don't take it as a compliment.
Your wife material. But the thing is, that's not a compliment.
No, I don't take it. I've never taken that statement as a compliment. I've been hearing that. I'm 34. I've been hearing that damn near, like 15 years now. I'm like, I've
come to find out that is like a sideways compliment. You're wife material, but I'm not going to marry you. But I want you to do all of the things that wives do.
That's like being with somebody without a job, and they talk. Both y'all don't have jobs. They talking about let's have a baby.
Like, what the hell?
That's assault. That's assault.
You literally setting yourself up for failure.
What are we doing?
Yes.
Y'all finna abuse this baby because don't nobody got no money.
But leave it to some people. They don't look at it as abuse. And then being mindful. Some people think you're speaking on eugenics if you say you shouldn't be, less fortunate and have kids. They look at it as like, oh, you're being eugenics. It's like, no, I'm just saying why would you put this child in this situation where you can't feed or take care of it?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And that is the worst failure. Bringing a child into the world and not being able to take care of it. So now the child has to go through all this drama just because you decided to be irresponsible. Because there is no way in 2023 that a woman can have sex and still end up pregnant. We got too much access to too much stuff. We should be able to protect ourselves to the point of where we don't get pregnant, okay? Unless it's just a whole freaking nature. But you know that you cannot provide for this baby. Why would you do that? Stop. Get somewhere and sit down. Failure. That's failure. Reevaluate. Ugh.
Yes, definitely. But yeah, but the thing is that for a lot of people, they don't know what point they're at when they're learning from their failure, or where there is a learning curve or anything like that from their failure. So they end up just keep repeating the cycle because this is what they know. But the thing is that it took me reading, what is it, Sandra Rhimes' book Year of Yes, to understand no is a complete sentence. I can tell you, I can tell you no. I can tell you no, and that's it. And that's my boundary. That's where I'm at. If you're not there on that level with me, you're not somebody I need to be with. Whether you're a friend, whether you're somebody I work with, rather whoever you are. If I tell you no, that's it. I don't owe you an explanation. I don't owe you anything.
At all.
Can we address our comment section for a brief moment, because it's a lot going on between Bob and LeBron, and if you ain't got no switch, boy, you may as well shut your internet gangster ass up. Like, what's going on? Are y'all all right? Are y'all good this evening or afternoon, wherever you may be? What if I don't use a condom and go into a girl? Hey, that's your business, baby.
No. Did she say that? Did she agree to that? Is she okay with you not using a condom? Or did you just slide that off and didn't do it? Because if that's the case, that's assault.
And remember, syphilis is high, and not everybody knows that they have syphilis. So keep that in mind. Just FYI. Yeah.
It starts off looking like a pimple.
Yeah, it doesn't always look gross and disgusting and all this other stuff. It can be a really
looking like pimples. It may be a pimple around your lip. It may be a pimple around your lip, maybe a pimple down there, maybe a pimple back there. Who knows?
Yeah. So just keep in mind, when you decide to, slide in raw, and at least get the ladies and the young person's consent.
What I found irresponsible is people who have sex without protection, and then they be like, "Oh, well, I didn't want a baby by you." Well, nigga, you didn't have a condom on. So what are we doing? You should have put a condom on.
That's a very valid
point. Or same thing with females. I don't want to have a baby by him, but you didn't make that Negro put a condom on.
You ain't pull out either.
Oh.
You wrapped legs around and said, "Come on."
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I've been guilty of wrapping my legs around them like, whoo, yes. So guilty of it. But so I have a fibroid, so it's blocking. It helps prevent babies. So
that's still not safe though, because it's all other kind of stuff that they could give you without a
HPV.
HPV. You're absolutely right.
The flu.
For real.
Vagina walking around coughing.
You don't know how to do things.
I'm just saying, but now if I've gotten to the point where we're doing it unprotected, we've been seeing each other for a while and we've been tested. So I'm just
don't mean nothing at all. Don't mean nothing at all.
It may not mean nothing. It may not mean nothing at all to you, but it's at least an attempt for me. It's at least an attempt in the right direction. So I'm just saying. I'm not saying, like, whoo, whip that condom off and let's get it on. I'm not doing that. It's just sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's like, things happen.
I just found out early this week that females be taking condoms off of dudes. Like, I didn't know that.
Excuse me?
You didn't know that?
No.
Some females intentionally try to get pregnant by dudes.
I did not know that.
No, I knew that.
like LeBron, like LeBron. If
The
Deborah
real
does have
LeBron.
sex with LeBron, she probably gonna take the condom off.
Wait, time out. If anything, I'm gonna hold it in my mouth so I can inject it so I can get a baby. So if anything, I've already thought this plan out.
LeBron, run.
But I didn't know that. Somebody schooled me this week, and I was so astonished. I was like, oh my God.
I knew some girls poke condoms. Like I have a friend that's in the military. Like he had this girl, he was with this, military dude one night, hold it in my mouth. He was going out with this one girl and he gave her the condom, to put on him and stuff. And then she put it in her mouth and she did like that to make a hole in it. He was like, wait a minute, I think you just did this. And he was like, and she was like, oh, it's nothing wrong with it. And then that's when he saw that she pulled a hole in it because she was trying to get a military baby so she can get all the benefits and all this other stuff.
She wouldn't get benefits, but the baby would.
Right. That was the whole point.
That's about it.
She was gonna leech off of her baby. Mm-hmm. And that wasn't the first time too. He had one girl, her mom helped her with this one, like stick straight pins in the condom and all that stuff. Oh yeah. But I didn't know that they was taking the condom off of guys. Like I knew about the sticking the pins in there or using expired condoms or something like that.
I was so astonished.
Are using condoms without the correct lube so they can pop?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Child, I was sheltered growing up. I don't know nothing about none of this.
But the thing is that nobody understands that when you bring a child, when you raise a child that's a product of your failure, you're not raising anything for success. Yeah. You're not. Because the thing is that child is going to go right back in your same exact footsteps. And then people
have a complete mind change, unless you just kind of just turn it all the way around. It's going to be the same thing.
The same
like,
cycle.
What do they call, like a generational curse type thing?
I don't believe in generational curses. I believe in people. I believe in people doing the same pattern. That's only because they have not found a way to like move themselves out of the pattern. But I don't believe in like generational curses going over and over and over and over again generations. I don't. That's my own personal belief. I believe
you kind of describe it as a generational curse to a degree.
But the thing is that it's something. But it's just the way I look at it. I look at it as it's like how you said, as a pattern. Like oh my child's just like me, and they'd be like, oh, they're so cute and everything else like that. It's nothing cute about your child becoming pregnant at 16 doing the same exact thing you did. It's nothing cute about it.
No.
Why didn't you teach your child? Why didn't you teach your child to do something better? It's nothing cute about your child not going to college. It's nothing cute about your child.
They can't teach them to do anything better because they have the same mindset. They've not had a mind change. Their thoughts are still the same
as far as their mind goes.
Yes.
That was something my mama used to say to me when I graduated high school. She used to tell me, she said, when I was in college, she said, baby, you went further than I did. I really don't know what else I can teach you. And I'm like, girl, yes, there's plenty you can teach me because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing out here. But, in her mind, because her education stopped at high school level, she felt like there was really nothing else she could really teach me because she felt like, okay, you have this experience that I don't have. I don't think I can guide you in the correct way. Yeah. And she recognized that at her age and her time frame. And but obviously she had more wisdom and things that she could give me and teach me, but you got to think about it's like women who are our age and their mindset is still stuck back in 2000.
Right. You got grandparents that's 38. So,
but what I was going to say was
our age.
I think this is why mentors are so important. We have to be able to take constructive criticism and wisdom from people who are not blood relatives, but who have did it better than anything that we've ever seen, and be able to listen to what they have to say and apply it.
Yeah.
Because where do we learn different from? If this is all that we've ever seen, but that's the goal that we want, and we don't want to complete that failure again. Okay, so let me go talk to somebody who has done it. Because if they have a wealth of wisdom, 9 times out of 10, they're going to want to share that with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to answer Bob's question really quickly.
Please.
Yes. So if you go in somebody without a condom and you don't talk to her for a month, the law is you're supposed to go register at the courthouse in case she becomes up pregnant and she does a punitive father search to see who the father is. You'll be one of the people that they'll pull for the DNA. So far as just let her carry the baby and everything else like that, okay, go to the courthouse while she's pregnant and sign over your rights. You can do that as a man. Anyway, as we go, I'm going back to our subject.
And you
But
can be successful at that. You don't have to be a failure at that.
no, you can. The success is you took the responsibility and signed over your rights.
You can go to Mexico. You can go wherever you want to go.
You can go wherever you want to go. But anywho, my main thing is that when it comes to failure, a lot of people don't know exactly what to do, and they go to extreme routes in order to avoid the conflict or avoid the situation. And that's not healthy either, because
No.
you go start going through extreme lengths and everything else like that, you're working on a whole entire different mental illness that is not working. But yeah.
I do think mental your mental does play a whole
sure.
factor into like when you do fail at something.
Oh, sure. It plays a factor in whether or not you can acknowledge that you had a role in it, or if you were wrong, because that's a huge part. It plays a factor in how much you beat yourself up over how things went badly. It plays a factor in how and if you're able to allow someone to share with you things that you can do better about yourself and the situation, all of that plays a factor, because humans are the first ones to be like, you can't tell me what to do, or I didn't do nothing wrong, or that was them. Humans are the first ones to do that. But we have to be able to take on the thought process of, okay, so I need help, because I keep making this mistake over and over again. So let me get some help to help me to not do this again, or to help me to get in the type of relationship that I want to be in, however long it takes.
And the thing is where we all fail is the most hardest thing for us to do is work on ourselves. Because the thing is, you have to put everything that you learned, everything you taught, everything that you, or your upbringing, everything has to come out in front. And nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to let the past come out and shine in front of everybody. Yes. Nobody does. Nobody wants to come
out in front of everybody. Like, I think it just needs to come out in front of between you and your therapist.
No, because when you start to change, it's going to show in front of everybody. When you start to change, when you start to change, and you realize what you have been doing is not working, it's going to show in front of everybody. You're going to be a different person. You're going to have a different smile. You're going to have a different walk. You're going to pick different people. You're not going to pick the same people.
But at that point, Chucky, you're not going to care about what people thinking. Trust me, I'm there. I could give a fat rat about what people think.
We're also Leos.
No, but there was a time where I did, and I was afraid, and I just felt like maybe I shouldn't do certain things because of whatever. But now it's just like, I don't give a. You can do and say and feel however you want to. I'm gonna do this right here because this is what I'm supposed to do. 1, 2, I'm happy. Like, bro, I got joy that I just can't even explain. Bro, leave me alone. Go bother somebody else.
Definitely. So I want to go on to our current event. And then we can come back. We can come back to this really quickly. I know this wasn't a great segue. It really wasn't. I didn't have a perfect way to segue.
Hell
I was sitting here. I was sitting here for a moment, like, okay, how can I segue over into the current event section? But I was like,
or you could have given one of us an opportunity to segue or something. Like you didn't have because that was just lazy as fuck.
That was so horrible. But so anywho,
that was a failure at segueing.
It was,
and he can learn how to do better next time.
Absolutely.
I will work on it on our season 3.
No, you got time in this fucking season.
But yes. Okay, so my first thing is Cardi B has taught y'all to stop throwing stuff at celebrities when they at their concerts.
I am on her side 110% because did you see her aim?
Yes.
Did you see her aim? She got a bing! It bounced right off that motherfucker's head.
Yes. It bounced right off the person's head and hit the person next to her.
It was like, baby, Cardi thought she was on that chunkla. Like, girl.
Yes.
No. Yes. You're gonna learn to stop throwing people at these throwing stuff at these people at these concerts. I don't understand.
I'm glad. I honestly wanted her to jump off that stage and whoop their ass. I honestly wanted that. I wanted that for them.
Somebody threw their ashes at Pink, and Pink stopped her concert and was like, "I don't know what to do with your mother. Can somebody get her mother off stage?"
I told you. I don't. Y'all gonna have to throw a cup of my ashes at Jill Scott while she performing because I love Jill Scott.
No.
I'm not doing that. I don't think Jilly from the block wants that.
I'm not doing that level of assault. I'm not doing that level of assault.
I didn't say throw it at her, just throw it on the stage so I can be a part of the concert. I love Jill Scott so
I would
much.
donate your body to science.
Please invite me to your show.
I would donate your body to science. We'll get your ashes back in 6 months.
No. I don't want that. Why you can't just throw me on this? Why you can't put me next to a speaker? Why is that so difficult?
Okay, we can put you next to a speaker in a little bio thing. Just put you next to a speaker. We can do that.
On stage with Jill.
I'm just not trying to have no big burly bodyguard knock me down, trying to give you the dream that you've always wanted and you dead.
And the thing is, I'm a big old black man. You know they're gonna tackle me. They're gonna tackle me.
Just put a note and say, "Listen, my friend just wanted to be on stage with you as her final moment." You know, that's all she wanted. That's
okay.
It.
I'll throw you up there. Your 30 seconds of life, but I'm not throwing your ashes up there. I'll throw your body up there. Here you go.
Hot potato.
Hot potato. She's yours. I got the life insurance. But no. And then the other thing is that the thing is that these may be your favorite celebrities. You may think it's funny or something like that. But the thing is that a lot of these people, you're literally hurting them. You're hurting them. They can sue you. You don't have anything. You paid to go see them. And then you get kicked out. You don't even get to see the whole damn concert. If I'm going to waste $200 on a concert, I'm just letting you know. I want to see the whole entire thing. The entire concert.
I want to see them walk in from the back.
I paid $200. I want to feel her breath. That's how close I want to be. And that's just me and my concert budget. Anything over $200, I'm not seeing you. I apologize. I will not see you. I will not see you dance. Anything. I will see you live.
Well, you know my concert budget is $250, and that because that includes taxes. Taxes got to be included, or I don't go.
I'm talking about for one ticket. For one ticket, $200. I'm not spending more than $200.
One ticket, $250, because you got to factor in taxes. And then I may want a good seat. I want a good seat, so just in case.
I would look on 16 different apps. I would look on 16 different apps to get the lowest price.
I'm not saying I won't try to get the lowest price, but I do want a good seat. You know, we've been in the nosebleed section before. I don't want to do that again.
We was in the nosebleed to see Kevin Hart do his stand up badly. That was the horriblest thing ever. Jesus
And we
Lord.
were
Kevin
literally
Hart,
in and
please
up.
work on new
But
material.
time out, I got those at a discount. So
Kevin Hart, please work on your material. But my other thing is I wanted to talk about was Florida, which we keep on talking about Ron DeSantis and everything else like that. I think I said his name right.
No, you didn't. DeSantis. DeSantis.
But anyway, we keep talking.
H in there for some reason.
We keep talking about him, but the thing is that the things that he's doing is not just ruining the state of Florida. The thing is, the things that he's doing can make changes in other states as well. So far as trying to change the way they teach Black history. It's not right. You shouldn't teach Black history as they learn trades. They didn't learn trades. They didn't learn trades at all. The thing is that they were slaves. These people were slaves. You were literally breeding them to make more slaves. They had life insurance on them as slaves. Like, this is not this, like, to me, it doesn't make sense. It is absolutely baffling that people are going along with it. And then the thing is, the teachers that are quitting, we already need teachers.
Exactly.
We are already struggling for our kids to have the right number of teachers to the right amount of students in the classroom. Students can't learn correctly because there's too many people in a classroom, too many kids in a classroom. So the thing is that teachers quitting because the new curriculum doesn't make sense. The other thing is the people that are writing these new books are an anti-Semitic Christian group that from up north that are writing these books that they're going to use in the schools. And this group also has known ties to pedophiles as well. These are people you want to get your books from? These are people you want to learn slavery from. I want to learn slavery from white people now. That sounds like the greatest thing to do. This doesn't sound right at all. Because the only thing you're gonna do is paint the narrative the way you want to. The same thing they tried to do with the Holocaust. The same thing they tried to do with the Indians and how Christopher Columbus found the United States and everything. Such you can't find something that people are already on, that people are already at. It doesn't make sense. You didn't find anything. People are already here. You just fought them and took their land and put them on this little small. You put these people on small reservations. And now they still can't even fight to get their land back. But that's on a whole nother note. But yeah, I really think that Ron DeSantis, so far as him running, I think that they're leading him. I know I said his name wrong, so y'all gonna stop rolling your necks at me. But
I did.
But the thing is that I believe that they're molding him to be our next president.
He's not doing well. He is not doing well in the poll. He is not doing well in the polls. He is not doing well in the populace. He is not doing well at all. They may be molding him. Hold on. They may be molding him, but he's ruining it every step of the way because number one of what he's doing to Disney. What business, America runs on capitalism. They like how Duncan's theme is America runs on coffee. No, America runs on capitalism. And the fact that he's using government funding to combat a private owned business, that's not good for the other capitalists that's in America, Black, white, or other. That's not good for those that have these multi-million-dollar businesses and stuff when you have a governor that's willing to, oh, well, I want to fight up against you because guess what? Some of these same politicians, they have businesses as well. They have multi-million-dollar interests in the markets and stuff like that. And he's affecting that. He's everything that he's touching right now especially as it relates to to business and what have you, he's fucking it up. Just like he's fucking up the mom and pop business tourism here in Florida.
But that was my point that I was getting to. I believe that they're molding him, but I believe in the fact of the matter that the way that he's going, I believe it is to ruin the democracy, not making democracy better. Is where I was going, where I was going with that. Because the thing is, everything that he wants to do so far is changing the law in Florida undercoverly so that he can still run for president and still sit as governor of Florida without even actually being in Florida while he campaigns and everything else like that. Like to me, I just think that everything that he does is just backhanded to like make it so our democracy no longer works. Which our democracy.
I can agree. I agree with that. I'm just saying that the thing is that with him doing all of this, he's single-handedly fucking his own self up. He is. That's my because I saw an interview recently with him and I forgot her name, Meg something, where she is a Republican, Lord, my thoughts. Oh my God, my thoughts. They just went away. She is a Republican interviewer or pundit, however you want to call her. But she interviewed him and she talked about how this battle with Disney, and he can't even have a debate effectively. He can't. He gets
he never could. He has never successfully passed any of his debates.
No,
he hasn't.
And this is what, and the thing is that, even when he gets bested, he becomes a perpetuant child, and starts speaking mockingly of of his opponent or whoever he's talking to, even whether it's an interview. He was in another country, and the people there, I had spoke about this a few months ago. He was in another country, and the people there was like, yeah, he's not effective at, he lacked luster. Like he was so unenthused or what have you. Like there was nothing that they wanted to do with him as far in a business aspect. And that was just overseas. That's like him visiting. He thought, oh, it went well. No, it didn't. They didn't like your ass. Just like here, they don't like you now because you're literally ruining business here in Florida. And only people that is agreeing or saying that, oh, DeSantis is doing well. And because I got into a debate on TikTok with somebody about it. And I kind of cut the conversation. I was like, you're like you're a DeSantis taint sniffing asshole. So I'm not going to keep this conversation going with you because you're gonna everything that, like, he tried, like the person used Florida has no state income tax. He was trying to say that, oh well, because of DeSantis. I said, bullshit. We haven't had a state income tax since before I was a child. So what are you talking about? You can't give him that credit. That bastard ain't do all that. He's barely doing anything for Florida. He's letting South Florida flood and run rampant with unfinished projects and stuff going around now. South Florida and Central Florida.
Well, South Florida, they put in a petition for them to become their own state, which they did that again. To put in a petition to become their own state. I don't understand how you do that, but I don't know what that.
First of all, the whole state of Florida is not even shaped correctly for that shit. So that's just number one.
It'd be North Dakota and South Dakota.
At least they're shaped better. Like Florida is literally shaped like a boot or a penis. Like it doesn't. Like it's shaped correctly.
It is literally. Florida is literally shaped like a, what is it called? A turtle's head. It's literally what Florida's shaped like. Yeah, that's what I think Florida's shaped like, a turtle's head. The little eye, Lake Okeechobee's the eye. That's what I see it.
I see a boot or some balls, one of them.
Well, you are down in the swithering heat, so
I mean,
I guess.
Right, slap dab in Satan's testicles. So, I'm just saying. But, I mean, DeSantis is ruining his own campaign. He really is, and it's like whoever he's not listening to, whether it's his wife, who we all know she's the the hand that rocks the cradle in that household. Yeah. But whether it's her or whomever, he's not listening to them. He's not. He's running rampant now, and he's just doing whatever and saying whatever. And it's like, I saw him on another snippet of something the other day, and he was like, the way he was laughing was like, ha 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 ha. Yeah, that's how he was laughing. I was like, and that was a real guttural laugh. I was like, whoa, that shit is creepy as fuck. Like, bruh, what you? I was like, who voted for this man? Who thought this man was a good idea for Florida? Good Lord.
The people that voted for him are the people who are happy about the change in the schools. The people these are the people that he has in his pocket that are voting for him.
hold on, before we do anything else, I gotta say this. I think it's called the Women's Advocacy
Advocacy.
Group. Advocacy Group. They are hot pissed at DeSantis because guess what? He got rid of permanent alimony in the state of Florida.
I know. Me and Jay were talking about that. Oh my God.
When I say I love that for them, I love it for them because they were staunch
Supporters.
supporters of DeSantis.
Yes.
And he got rid of it. And they're asking, well, what are we gonna do? We needed that. We needed that. Baby, you didn't think about that before you voted for that crazy fucker. You didn't think about none of that. You didn't think about how it was gonna affect you. You just wanted to make sure that the Hispanic community, the Black community, you know, the disabled community, all of us, you wanted everybody else to be stripped of rights and
you.
what's fair, but you. Exactly. Oh, they are hot. The girlies are pissed about it. The girlies are pissed about it, and I love that for them. That's just like the 4 Republican representatives in the state of Florida. They're Black. They just DeSantis just accused them of not being real Republicans because they disagree with the whole education thing that he's done, and he's accused them of not being real Republicans. I love that for them too. Babe, you thought she was doing something by being on that side, by being a Republican conservative. I love that for you. I love that for both of those parties. I really do.
You know, the funny thing is that I thought it funny when Candace, what's her name? Candace Owens is literally on nobody's side right now. she's literally sniffing all their taints all this time. This time she literally is on nobody's side. She's like, what the fuck is going on?
Exactly. I like, as much as bad as this is, I love how it's blowing up in so many of those people's faces. I love it. It's like, this is so wonderful. Like, you're gonna see the error of your ways, of the way you voted and how you voted and how you thought, oh, I'm going to be on the right side by voting against my interests. I love that. I just love it for them. I hope it works out for them. I really do. Even though it's terrifying for the public, because this is my personal feeling. I feel like we're one campaign and one voting season away from them putting us back in chains. I really do. Like the way things are going right now, like, and I don't know what I'm gonna do because I'm like, bro, I got health issues.
And my thing is, that's my main thing with trying to change the way history was, is that it makes it easier for the newer generation that do not know, and they're just saying they don't get taught from home because their parents think you should learn at school, so they don't get taught at home. The thing is, it's easier for a cycle to repeat. And that's literally my main entire thing with the entire change of making the way that slavery is taught. And then the thing is that Camilla Harris came to Jacksonville, and she was talking about it, and everybody was talking about, oh, where has she been? You haven't heard from her or anything like that. I mean, granted, I do fault the current administration for keeping a lot of things that she does silent, but the thing is, she does a lot.
But when our
president has dementia.
Ain't no vice president ever been out and about and being seen all the time. That's not historical.
It's not. But the thing is that I'm saying, because you hear this from Black people, and they're talking about, oh, you hear Camilla Harris talking now and everything else like that. She never say anything before and everything else like that. But the thing is that a lot of things that she does is not talked about. Because the thing is, a vice president isn't supposed to be known unless something happens to the president. And then you'll know who the vice president is. And then you'll know what the vice president does. You'll know their job duties, and you'll see everything that they're doing. But until then, you're not going to know anything.
I saw a snippet of Joe Biden today on the news at my dad's house.
Was he falling down again?
No, he ain't falling down, but good Lord. Like, you just the like looking at his eyes, it's like, baby, just why y'all won't give Papa his ice cream and just leave him alone? Dementia is
the thing is that he's just like, who's that guy that froze the other day when he was doing an interview?
Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, Mitch McConnell
and Diane Feinstein.
Yeah, he had a stroke. But the thing is, when you look in his eyes, and you look at a lot of people's eyes in the Supreme Court, because they're old, they're about 100 damn years old, trying to run the country, And why is the oldest person on the Supreme Court 93? I have no idea. And why are they still working? But anywho, yeah, they're sitting there. They're sitting there, and when you look at them, a lot of their eyes look like they're lost, or they don't know what's going on, or they can't figure it out. Are they trying to get all their words together? Are they trying to remember what somebody wrote down?
Like it just floors me because I sat there and I said to my dad, I was like, that dementia is whooping his tail.
I mean,
it is tearing his ass up. I said the way he segues into talking about ice cream and McDonald's of 1952, like
like allegedly he's on a breathing machine now at nighttime. Allegedly,
like a CPAP.
Is it a breathing machine or is it
no? It's not. It's not a CPAP machine. It's a breathing. It's actual like breathing, like oxygen at nighttime.
Ain't that a CPAP?
No, a CPAP. The CPAP doesn't give you oxygen. CPAP just gives air to open up your airway, so it moves your tongue out of the way, so the air.
I've had one before. I know what they do, but I mean, it is oxygen.
I thought it was just like air, but no, it's an oxygen tank.
Yeah, when I think of oxygen, when somebody says oxygen, I think of the oxygen tank, the little green tank.
I think of an oxygen tank. I don't think it's like.
But I mean, but it's just like, come on, like y'all just go ahead and let this man step down and let Kamala count whatever her name is.
That's the thing. He won't step down.
He won't. He thinks he can still do it. And he won't let Camel Toe do it. I mean, Kamala Harris do it. Sorry, I didn't mean to say Camel Toe. I didn't mean to say that.
And her name is Kamala.
Kamala. I didn't mean to say I had it all wrong.
Kamala. I'm gonna get it together, Kamala, because I'm big on people saying my name correct, so I get it.
I said it all wrong. But yeah, I don't know. I just think all of our presidential candidates right now are literally a joke to us and everybody else in the
world. The world is laughing at us.
So embarrassing.
And if Biden gives Ukraine another $1, I promise you, if he gives you $1,
that was said in jest. That was said in jest. So just in case, that was not
that wasn't said in jest at all. If he gives them another $1, they need to impeach him.
Okay, there we go.
They do. Oh yeah, it did sound like I was trying to take out the president.
Yeah, no.
I'm not.
We're talking about
impeachment. We should impeach him if he give them another $1, because I don't understand the reason why he keeps saying we're broke, but he keeps finding golden statue money to give them.
He keep finding couch coins and giving these people money. Like I'm not saying not to help them. I'm not saying that at all. But I mean, you got your own country that need help. Like we're still struggling through a Pandarosa. Like we're still struggling through it's not over with. No matter what your employer, no matter what a Pandarosa, no matter what anybody says, we are still in the middle of we have a new variant of COVID. Huh?
I think both of us are asleep. A Pandarosa. I'm calling what you call a camel toe. A Pandarosa. A pandemic.
We have another variant of COVID now, and mind you, we still have long-term effects of COVID. I have long-term effects of COVID. I'm not sure.
I have long-term effects of COVID.
Child has long-term effects of COVID, and she's about to be 19.
I literally have a CPAP machine, and I literally have this constant thing of always being tired.
My kidneys literally shut down rapidly, and it wasn't until maybe like 6 months ago or so when not that particular variant that was out, but it was the one that I caught in 2022 that they were saying that that people were showing signs of certain organ failures, and I was like, you all cannot tell me that my organs did not, receive an injury from me having COVID a second time, because that second time, I told you before, I was hospitalized. So that's why I'm like, y'all can't tell me that we're okay, but you're willing to give, as the president, you're willing to give money to a country that I don't care. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sorry that Russia was attacking them and all this other stuff, but I really don't care. We literally have a housing crisis right now where banks are like, who is it? Wells Fargo have literally pulled out of the mortgage business, mortgage giving more mortgages for homes to go into the rental market. Sorry, to go into the rental market and buy up homes to rent out to people.
It's not even that. The thing is, it's an entire
No,
credit crisis. It's an entire credit
not
crisis because
but
the thing is, like, I have a 744. Had a 744, and you know how hard I was struggling just to buy a car. Just to
right.
buy a car.
But what I'm saying is that these, like, it's the banks themselves are pulling out of mortgages, which is the whole American dream, which is to buy a home, have kids, and all this other shit. But they're pulling out of the mortgage industry to fund the rental industry because, you know, they're not interested in, you know, giving homes and all this other stuff. And I mean, and thank you, Trump, for doing that, because he got rid of a part of the Dodd-Frank Act that prevented businesses such as banks to go into buying up property from the American people. They had a waiting period. He got rid of that waiting period. There's no waiting period now. They got the cold cash in hand. They can buy them properties up. So, like, it's really, we're in need of, like, hey, can y'all help us? Like, can you put a cap on this shit or something? Because some of these rental prices are ridiculous. I don't care that you want to make money off of it. I don't give a fuck about none of that. The thing is that it's like you're breaking the people who need the home. I'm not saying rent your home out for $1. I'm not saying that. But shit, $2,000 for a $2,000 a month for a drug-ridden, crime-ridden area? Are you fucking serious?
And the thing is that jobs can't even get raises.
At best, that should be $900 to $1,200 a month.
Jobs ain't even getting raised. Jobs not even giving raises.
And that's the other fucking thing too. Once I seen a lady recently on TikTok. She said that when she was in 19, she was able, 1920, she was able to have an apartment with minimum wage, which was like $7 or $8 an hour back then. Back in the 80s, like the late 80s, early 90s and stuff. She was able to have pay for an apartment back then. And she can even recognize, like, it's a struggle for a kid when she says kids her, millennials, which is our age group. She said she can see that it's a struggle for her children right now, that trying to own a home. Like, our parents could buy a house with a mortgage of $200 a month. We can't. We don't have that luxury. And it's like, even with
hold up, sorry. Probably our parents, probably not Miss V's parents.
My parents' mortgage was for a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, full basement. They paid $800 a month. It was like
my mom's house was $6,000 brand new.
87.
My mom's house was $6,000 brand new.
My parents' mortgage was like $125 a month.
Yeah, but the thing is, our parents are also in the 80s and 90s. So
yeah. So you can't. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. But it's just the idea that we have these, our politicians, like DeSantis happy ass. You're running around doing all this nonsense and trying to create this hate between LGBT natives and all this other stuff. Babe, we're all struggling, we're all suffering. We don't give a fuck about none of that. Get these people that's down here that's doing these astronomical rentals, like, get these people under control. Put rent control in. I live in a studio. There's no reason why I should, literally, you see my bed behind me. Like, there should be no reason why my rent is like $1,400 for a studio. It doesn't matter where I live. It doesn't matter about that. It's a studio. It's literally one room and a fucking bathroom with a door. That's it. Like, I'm just saying, like, it should not be this expensive. It shouldn't. And they're literally squashing the people. And it's like, y'all need us. You need us. You need us. You need us for our votes. You need us for our money, for our taxes and stuff. But you're
it's like somebody. It's like somebody said on TikTok. She said that this lady she's getting ready to retire. She bought this really big. She sold her small home and bought an even bigger home instead of downsizing when she retired. Bought an even bigger home because she said she knows after her child goes to college, her child is going to have to move back in with her. Because the thing is, even with her college degree, her child is going to make $55,000 a year at most. $55,000 a year at most, and she's going to take home what, 30?
Yep.
But she doesn't have any kids. She has to have health insurance. She has to have all those things when she graduates. So she bought a bigger home so her child could have their own space instead of downsizing when she retires.
Yep.
That doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense working on a job for 9 years and get $1 raise. It doesn't make sense.
That's ridiculous.
Exactly. And I want to make this point too, that some of these same folks that, that benefited from the quote unquote American dream, that was a part of voting for all these policies and this bullshit into place that's fucking us up now. A lot of them, they're skedaddling into other countries. They're skedaddling. Hold on, hear me out. What I'm saying is that they know that they aided in fucking up this country the way they voting against, benefits for everybody just because, it doesn't fly by what they want, but they taking their happy asses to Europe and all this other stuff and abandoning the people who can't afford to up and just take off and leave, abandoning us here with all this with the dementia-ridden Congress people.
It's not even that. It's the same businesses that benefited from taking out those PPP loans. Those Fortune 500 companies took out those PPP loans, and they're giving you pennies for raises, but they're pocketing all the rest of the money.
Or lying about jobs.
Putting jobs out there, saying that they're hiring and they're really not. You're looking for somebody internal. And you're making it hard. But granted, that is part of the what is it? The
PP loan repayment.
The Fair Working Act of 1938 or 64, one of those. Where if a job is hiring, they have to post it outward as well, not just inward. If they plan on hiring somebody inward, they have to post it in both places. But the thing is, you interview all these people that may actually need a job, and they're coming to these interviews. They're giving you their best, but you already know you got somebody else that you want to hire. That's not helping out anybody.
It is so frustrating to have to put forth your best effort to get employment, and the employer already knows that they're not gonna, but they're entertaining this interview with you while they know they're gonna hire somebody else.
And my
wasting my time, bro. Like, why are we doing this? I need to pay my rent.
Exactly. My thing that really makes my ass itch is the fact that they will not put the salary in the fucking job. Like, why the fuck? Why do I gotta go through 4 or 5 interview sessions to find out what y'all paying $9 an hour? Like, why you couldn't have just put that shit at the bottom of the job posting? Why you couldn't tell me that up front? Like, or give me the range.
Or the thing is that they do. Or the thing is, they do it that way because they're going to get somebody out of college that they can hire for $40,000 a year instead of hiring you that already has experience and everything else like that. They can hire them for $40,000 a year and train them, and they'll work for less because I just got out of college. This is my first corporate job. And then the thing is, that person doesn't even stay there for long. Soon as after they finish up their internship or whatever they're doing, they leave on and go to another company that actually pays more.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work for the business because the only thing you're doing, you're wasting people training efforts, you're wasting people time and everything else like that, instead of just hiring somebody in that knows what they're doing and then just move on that way. But anyway, on another note, what's her name? Carly Russell. She saw a midget on the side of the road.
It was a baby. She saw a toddler.
She saw a toddler on the side of the highway, and then I told y'all on the last podcast that she ain't see nobody, and y'all said allegedly. Well, it came out she didn't see no damn body. She ain't see no damn body at all, and they now she's arrested for making a false police report.
But her
But
mugshot
they
is
cannot arrest her.
long.
They cannot arrest her for the
Well,
kidnapping.
she looked crazy in the mug shot. I showed my godmom and I was like, don't this thing look, she looks
But
crazy.
it's a beautiful.
Smiling.
She's
It
smiling.
is
It's
not a beautiful look. She looks nuts.
She flat ironed her hair before she got there, though. She
maybe
didn't
she
I
have
pressed
don't
that.
care. That
that
thing
thing
looks
out.
great
She pressed that thing
lunatic.
out.
I said, she's
I mean,
crazy.
the best thing they can probably do is take her to civil court and try to recoup some of the monies that was used for
Well,
filing the you know, or whatever money that was
calling in a false police report, she can face up to 5 years. But the thing is that they can fine her for $100,000 for the kidnapping charges. So far, the FBI investigator said on CNN they can charge her up to $100,000. But the thing is that she got in $69,000 in from her GoFundMe, from the GoFundMe that the family set up. And the thing is that the GoFundMe said none of that money is refundable.
Yeah.
None of that money is refundable.
That's if anything, that's gonna go towards her legal fees.
So hopefully they put a lien on that. Hopefully they put a lien on that so she won't be able to use it for her legal fees or anything. Because she also got
wait. That's not fair to the family. The family wasn't aiding and abetting her.
No, I said put a lien on the money. Put a lien on the money.
But her parents are the one. I mean, her family is the one who did it. They set up the GoFundMe to help. So why put them in a financial bind? That's not fair to them. You think she's unemployed? She's not paying for this. So I think the money should be used. I mean, I really think the money should be used for what her parents are spending as far as like the attorney and stuff like that. It ain't nothing but 60 grand.
Well, the thing is, they're still investigating to see if the rest of the family had anything to do with it as well.
I mean, maybe, but we have to wait right now until innocent until proven guilty. I'm gonna say that the parents, had nothing to do with it. That's how I feel about it. Until it comes out and said, just like the whole thing with Carly, until something differently comes out, that's just where I'm gonna stand at it. Because even still, I still feel like the girl is unstable, all the way. I still feel like there's something off with her. I think she probably had some kind of break, and maybe her job is the reason why she snapped and created this whole thing. Maybe it is. It's a possibility. Like,
I think she been off for a long time. No, she don't look just. I saw that picture and I was like, oh,
she didn't look off to me. She did not look off to me. She didn't look off to me at all.
She don't look off to me.
It's all in the eyes.
To me, she doesn't look off, but I'm not gonna say that she might not be off. But it's some people everybody don't always have a look if they're off or if they're having a episode or something. They don't. We just don't know.
Or maybe I can just see it because that's just what I do. But she look
maybe
with a capital K.
I don't know. They did a special on the news tonight about all the people who have like the best looking mugshots.
She doesn't look off to me at all.
That
she looks
nuts.
Your hero.
Her smile is practical. Her eyes are like blank. Something is wrong with that girl.
She doesn't look off to me at all. She looks like a person that tried to scheme the system and failed.
I don't think she failed. I think she got exactly what she wanted. That's just like that. Like I was saying, they did a segment tonight about the people with the best looking mugshots, and one of the girls was like, I was hoping to get a modeling career from it, and that's what I did. Like
the thing is that she planned this out. She went to Target. She went to Target and got snacks and everything first. She took off her wig. She left her wig with the car. You stayed gone. You planned on walking home naked and then running when you get three houses close to your house and they take money out of your sock talking about the kidnappers gave you the money. None of this makes sense. So maybe she may have some mental issues, but the thing is, in that mugshot, she need to be charged with all this waste of my time and my investigation work that I did. Stand up to 4 o'clock in the morning.
That girl had a
you decided to do that. Hell yes, I know.
Specifically, a sociopath. She looks crazy to me. She looked crazy. Like, I
And
feel like
17
if I
people
sat
on my
down and
Facebook
had a
was exactly the
conversation
same.
with her, it would be the most interesting conversation that I would have had in 5 years. It is something wrong with that little girl. She is not okay.
I'm
She
not
is not right.
I'm not disagreeing that there's nothing wrong with her. It just, to me, I don't see it in that image. Like the image that her family, now don't get me wrong, the image that her family posted with her hair in that ponytail, now that was the picture
that right there, I was like, okay, baby.
And right there, to me, she just looked like she just was kept. That one, that darn booking picture. I was like, no, this girl is she.
But like,
anywhere from having a personality disorder to being a sociopath. And I wouldn't be surprised if they came out later and said that she's been doing crazy stuff since she was a little girl. It would not surprise me. If they said that, oh, well, she used to kill the cat, I'd be like, see, I told y'all, it's something.
I think they would play insanity. I think they would play insanity to keep her out of jail.
Maybe. But they wouldn't be wrong. Something wrong with her. She ain't right. And if they let her walk free and don't put her in jail or nothing, she gonna escalate and do something else.
Possibly.
I don't know, but it's gonna be hard for her to find a job or anything.
What'd you say, Chucky?
It's gonna be hard for her to find a job or anything because the thing is, who's gonna hire you?
Which is gonna further make her escalate. Is she's either going to do something to herself or somebody else.
What'd you say?
She is not going to be okay.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
I honestly hope, I just honestly, truly hope, and this might be low, whatever you want to call me, I don't care. I just hope that she didn't do this all for the attention of a man. Like, at that point, throw the bitch under the jail. Like, I'm so sick of centering men. Like, girl, that's all I hope. That's just my hope. I'm like, which is why I'm also partially like, okay, maybe maybe she having a mental breakdown. But if the truth float to the water that she did all this for the attention of a man, her boyfriend or whatever, throw the bitch under the jail. Sorry. I'm sorry.
And I still want to know where she was staying at. Because that still hasn't came out yet either. Where the fuck was she staying?
The amount of parities I've been seeing. Huh?
I think she was with the boyfriend too.
But you think so? Why do y'all think? Oh, what if she was with the side man?
Because they only searched his house. They only searched his house the first day. So I really think she was with the boyfriend. And then the thing is, when you go back and you look at his post and everything else like that, I really think she was with the boyfriend. I think all of it was calculated together.
And people that's sick, like I think she is, are master manipulators, and they can convince anybody to do anything.
I'm a psychopath.
Yeah, you are.
You don't have to be a killer to be a psychopath.
Yeah, I'm a psychopath.
You don't have to be a killer to be a psychopath.
But
psychopaths take on different. They may be what's it called? People who can't not steal. Those people, psychopaths.
I don't know. Chucky determined that I got what you said, Chucky. I got the capacity to be a sociopath because I can make myself cry on command.
Yeah, that was literally in a book that I read. Is that people that have the ability to cry on command have the ability to be serial killers.
Or really good actors.
So don't fuck with overdose, y'all.
They have the ability to be serial killers.
I can cry on demand too.
Because you're a serial killer.
When he told me about that, I said I could always do that. I said I used to do that when I was little. Been doing that since I was a little girl. I can do it. Make them tears flow, baby.
I did it because my daddy used to fake giving me spankings, so my mama would think that he was beating me. So when I came out, I would be like all disheveled in my face. I'd be crying and have tears and all that.
I used to try to get I don't know if I want to say this because I don't want my sister is known to come back and listen to our podcast and be like, I knew it. But I used to do it so I could get them in trouble because I was just bad. I was so bad. Like I probably should have. Like I know how they say you shouldn't beat children. I probably was one of those kids. And my sister says it like mama and them did not beat you enough. I was like, yeah, they probably didn't, because baby, the shit I used to get them in trouble for is like ridiculous. Like I took the whole thermostat out the wall, and they got in trouble for it.
You took the thermostat out the wall?
When I was a little girl.
What, were you the youngest?
Psychopath.
I'm the baby.
Psychopath. Psychopath.
I was trying to see how it worked, and I popped it out with a screwdriver. They
All
got in
spoiled children are psychopaths.
They got in trouble because they weren't watching me.
Psychopath.
And I did not get a spanking for it. I did not.
I don't think she is psychopath. I think she is bad. She need a butt whoop.
But anyway,
this was
what
fun.
was this podcast
about failure. Listen, you failing to end it. I'm trying to end it right now. This was fun. All right, y'all. Good night.
What was this podcast about?
Failure.
Failure. Yeah. So the thing is that when you're going through failure, you can still work through it, and there's things you can learn from it, whether it be relationship wise or whoever. And a lot of people need to know, and I'm just going to say this: a lot of people need to know when to cut friends off. You do not allow your friends to abuse you. You do not allow your friends to say anything about you that is going to hurt you. You don't allow your friends. You don't allow your friends don't hurt you. That is not the object or goal of a friend.
Or family, for that matter.
Or family. But I was saying friends because it seems like people are more drawn to their friends nowadays than their family for some reason.
Okay.
They communicate. It's just to me, people communicate more with their friends than they do their family nowadays. Just how I see things. But granted, I could be wrong. I'm not a psychologist. Haven't done no studies on this at all. This is just me.
This is not him. This is just the way he's pointing this out to people. This has nothing to do with me or Chucky. So
what? What? Oh, that's why your eyes look like that. You thought you was taking this personal?
Yeah, I felt that way. I was like, "Oh, what you trying to say?"
I didn't know. I was like, "But family, they raggedy too." So people in general,
family are raggedy. But the thing is, people are more now. I feel as though nowadays people are more fast to cut off family than they are their friends. That's just how
really?
That's just how I see it. I mean, wow, that's a lot of lightning.
Did you see that?
Was. Yes, girl.
It was a big old lightning bolt right outside the window.
I need to do what Granny said: turn off all the lights, unplug the phone, all that. Light some candles, because that look dangerous.
She can't unplug stuff.
I wish you.
She unplug stuff, because she's gonna be in the emergency room tomorrow.
It was a big old bolt light on the other side of that on the other side of the library. I was like, oh my God, it was so big. I would do.
But it's just how I see things. I think people cut off family like it ain't no tomorrow. But the thing is, when it come to friends, if for some reason people let friends run over them for some reason, I don't know if because of how long they've been friends or what they know about them or whatever, or secrets there may be. The thing is that you sometimes you have to count some things as a learning lesson and just move on and count that as a loss.
I can honestly say I've never cut off a family member, but I do feed people with long handle spoons. Like I do feed them with long handle spoons. I don't cut them off, and I look at it like, no, you can't live with me, but you can. I'll feed you. I'll give you water. You can take a bath here if you need to, but you can't stay with me, especially if I'm feeding you with a long handle spoon.
No, when I cut you off, I have this. I've cut off a whole side adopted family, literally cut them all off, and then still friends with half of them on Instagram, and I'll just be posting stuff and don't care at all. But the thing is, I'm not feeding you with a long handle spoon. You can't stay at my house. I'm not going to feed you. I'm not sending you no money. I don't care about your kids. I don't care about nothing you have going on in your life. Because everything that you did literally was meant to hurt me. So why should I let you continuously hurt me by feeding you, by clothing you, by giving you money, by helping you and your children? There's no reason why I need to do that. I've learned.
I'm not giving money.
But
I'm not giving money, but I mean, I look at it like this. I've always felt, you know how I feel about this.
Would they give you food?
Would
they give you food?
I don't know. I can't control what the next person. I can't control what they do to me. I can only control double dose. Like that's all I can do. I can only control double dose. That's it. And I know how I feel. My rule of thumb is that if I'll feed a stray dog or a stray cat, why wouldn't I feed a human being? Why
but
wouldn't
you can't combat that with a human being, because a human being, you will feed them and they will still treat you like garbage. You feed a dog, and you feed a cat, you feed a dog and feed a cat. That dog and cat are going to show you love and show you affection and show you all these things.
That's not true, because the dog will still bite you after you
might bite me. That's not true. But
the thing is that's until they get to know you. Because they may have went through some aggression or whatever in their past. I'm just saying, for me, I pick up stray dogs and stray animals all the time.
I do too. I'm not doing it. Only reason I don't do it now is because I got this machine in my house. But what I'm saying is that if I'm going to show that same grace and that same type of love to a stray, I'm going to show it to my family member, even though I might feed them with a long handled spoon. And this is my boundary. My boundary is, yes, I will feed you. I will give you water. But that's it. That's it. You cannot live with me. You cannot, I can't, you cannot count on me. You cannot depend on me. But this is the one thing that I will do. I will feed you.
Piss on you if you was begging for water. I would not piss on you if you was begging for water. When I cut you off, I'm done. There's nothing. There's nothing you can do.
I've never really cut anybody off. I realize I compartmentalize people. I realize that this is not the area that I need you in, or you need me in. You don't need me to be that loving, supportive person because you do this to me, or you've done this to me, or you've said this to me. So, okay, you stay over there. I love you from afar. Hey, we good. But I'm going to be over here. I'm still, I'm hanging around. I'm around if you ever, just need, food or water, but it's going to be whatever I have. I'm not going to go out of my way. You get one chance. Hey, are you hungry? Do you need anything? No, I'm okay. All right, good. I've done my part. That's it.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing because as we're talking about stray animals and everything else like that and feeding them, my cat, Thundercat, comes over here and starts tapping me because it's time for me to go to bed.
Where's he at?
He was a stray right over here. And he was a stray. He was a stray. And the thing is that's just, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel as though animals treat you better than humans. That's just my own personal opinion.
I mean, I don't disagree with that, but I just look at it like I'm not going to, if I'm gonna do it for one, I'm gonna do it for the other.
Here you go.
Thundercat.
Hey, your eye look better. How you doing?
Good.
But that's just always how I felt, like I'm not gonna do for one and not do for the other. Now, if you push me to that point, just realize everybody that knows me personally, they know, like, if you push double dose to that point where she doesn't want to do nothing for you or anything, yeah, you fucked up. You really fucked up, because it's like, bro, like she about the nicest person you could ever, come around, and you do that. Yeah, you that's on you. And that's part of the other reason why it's like I don't ask, because it's like I give you too many chances and too much, wherewithal to not mistreat me, and you still mistreat me. Yeah, you fucked up. I don't know what to tell you.
My thing is, when you show me who you are, it's something something that took me a long time to learn. When you show me who you are, I'm done. There's no, I don't need to see anything else. You've showed me what you are. You showed me what you're capable of. Rather you did it to me or you did it indirectly. Rather you did it to me or you did it indirectly. And the thing is that if I call somebody and every time I call that person, they talking about somebody else, I know when I get off the phone with you, you talking about me. It's no point for me not to think that. There's no point for me not to even think that it goes that way. Because I know when you get off the phone with me, the first thing you're gonna do is call somebody else. Guess what? Like, I mean, it's just how it is. And the thing is that that's just who I am. Like, and you show me who you are now, because I'm in a different state than I was before. Mentally before I couldn't handle it. Now I won't handle it. because I know I can't. But before we wrap this up, I just want to let y'all know, it has been addressed in the news that there are aliens among us, that they have found beings that are not human. They have found their bodies. It was on CNN. They was in the Supreme Court thing and everything else like that. And they have been talking about it for the last week or so. So if you see any, please let them know Earth is ghetto and Chucky wants to go.
It's dangerous. Aliens, leave. Please take some of us with you because it's dangerous. It's dangerous down here. But I mean, I find it so funny that nobody has given a damn about the aliens. Like, I find that so hilarious. Like maybe 5-10 years ago, we would have all been in a horrible panic. But now it's like the government announces that there are aliens. Boy, I don't give a fuck. My rent due tomorrow.
That part. We need to pay these bills. That part.
My thing is,
with their asses.
My thing is, that was funny. The spaceship crashed in Nevada. They traveled this spaceship down the highway. They traveled this thing down the highway on semi trucks. People are putting it on TikTok and everything else, on Instagram and everything. And the thing is, nobody is still not worried about the fucking UFO that just fell out of the damn sky.
We all worry like tomorrow. If tomorrow ain't I think tomorrow is the 31st. Tuesday is the 1st. Well, yeah, is tomorrow the 1st?
Tuesday is the 1st.
31st.
Tuesday is the 1st. Yes. The 1st is this week. Rent is due. I don't care about the aliens unless the aliens
only have to the 3rd to get it in. Hello.
And I also want to state as well, I really want biological women, not to take it personally with the word cis. The thing is that cis is just the word for biological woman. And it came out in 1994 or whatever. It is a scientific word or whatever. But the thing is that if the trans community, they don't care, you don't care. No, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, nobody should really care. I think everybody's just worried about other people's business. Just worry about your own business.
I really think, oh God, I really think that a lot of the biological women, I really think that you all are letting, first of all, this is just my personal opinion, and I don't care, if anybody else don't agree, that's their business. But I'm gonna say this just like this. A lot of us women, we are being goaded by men. We are being goaded by men who don't open their ass cheeks in the shower and don't wash their socks and leave streaks in their drawers. We are being goaded by men because I've only seen this conversation started from men. Women have been pushing the conversation now. It's been getting pushed more, but I've been seeing more women push it, but men have been starting it. I've been seeing this for like the last 2 years since I've been on TikTok and being more cognizant of what's going on social media. I see more men post about women's achievements and shit like that. I'm like, why are you posting about it, but no other person is posting about it? You only complain about it when a trans woman does it. And my thing is that if it's a black trans woman, just because they're a black trans woman, that doesn't mean that we don't have similar experiences. I've experienced racism that black trans women have experienced racism. I have experienced abuse in a relationship. That black trans woman has experienced abuse in a relationship. The only difference is what's between their legs. But truthfully, what is between their legs really doesn't matter to me. What matters to me
shouldn't matter to anybody because it's nobody's business unless you're going down there. And the thing is that
wait. Before I want to say this one part before you go there, because the thing is, what a lot of black women aren't realizing, not just black women, but other cisgender women as well, but they're not realizing the same men that's saying all this shit is the same ones that's fucking the trans women too, and telling y'all that they tricking them. I said it the other day on my Facebook post, and I'm saying it here right now tonight. The same men that's saying that y'all letting these trans women get y'all treatments, they tricking us, are the same ones that's fucking the trans women and telling y'all that they being tricked. They're lying to you all. I have seen it in real time person.
Because the thing is, it's 2023. These trans women ain't even lying.
No,
they're telling you. And the other thing is that I haven't met one trans woman that said, I want a period. I want to birth a baby. I want to do all these things. No, I haven't met one trans woman that said, "Oh yes, oh yep." You're sorry, there is one. There is one that wants an artificial womb, but I mean, at the end of the day, that person also had
that one little subgroup or one person that
that
don't
that.
speak
Hold
for
on,
the whole trans community.
but yeah, that's my point I was getting to. That one person doesn't speak for the whole trans community. That one voice that you may hear does not speak for everyone. And that's just coming from somebody in the LGBT community. Because at the end of the day, I'm not finna let Bob. I'm not finna let Bob that likes to get peed on, like tell everybody else I like to get peed on. I don't like to get peed on. Just because Bob likes it don't mean I like it. Just because somebody else likes it does not mean I want that. This is something that I want in my life.
Exactly.
I just use that extreme analogy. But yes,
I'm gonna tell you right now, since I've been on dialysis, I haven't had a cycle in 2 months. I have just been so happy. I've been ecstatic. I don't know what and my thing is, it's like a lot of women, I say we, but a lot of women, they don't want to be reduced down to their reproductive organs. But when y'all use that argument against trans women, you're reducing yourself down to your reproductive organs. You're like, you can't win. It's like you're arguing in a circle, and it's stupid. Yep. You sound ridiculous.
Yeah, because the thing is that I'm just saying, I don't know anybody that wants to have a period. I've seen how babies come out. I know what my penis is gonna look like if a baby come out. It's gonna look like a blown up hot dog. I don't want it.
I disagree. There are some women who desperately want a period because they want to be able to reproduce and they cannot.
Yes, I was talking about transgender.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you said you don't know a woman who wants a period.
No, I meant to say transgender. I'm sorry if I did say it the wrong way. But yeah, I don't know one transgender woman that wants to have a period. That shit don't look lovely at all.
It's painful. It's and then don't let you have polycystic ovarian syndrome. Don't let you have endometriosis. Like it's shit that comes along with it. That's why I'm like, why y'all who cares if they want to have a period? Let them have it. You want it? You can have my uterus barely works. You can have mine. Go right ahead. You want these cramps? You want these issues? Go right ahead. You want a surprise period? You weren't expecting that shit to pop up in the middle of the month?
And the thing is that, like Miss V said, it's a lot of cis women when they want to force their argument and they're saying things. You're not thinking about the biological women that aren't able to. They aren't able to have periods. Like Tiffany Haddish just came out open with that she's had 8 miscarriages because she has a heart-shaped uterus. And you have Tasha K making fun about it. There's nothing fun about that. Because the thing is that she may not speak vocally out on it, but she desperately wants a child and she cannot carry one because she has a heart-shaped uterus. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Me neither.
But it is. But the thing is, and then you have other women that have experienced other things like I'm just going to use my child. My child started her cycle early. And then the doctor said, put her on steroids, but those steroids can cause her not to ever have a period, never be able to have a baby, period. You have some instance of that. You have some instances where women may have overbled when they were little, so they got put on steroids. Now they can't have children and they can't do they can't hold a baby or anything, or they can't even have a period. Or you have some people that literally bleed for 4 or 5 months. You're not thinking about, I don't think cis women are thinking about those things when you want to come out fighting with, we own this. But the thing is, every woman doesn't, and some women want to, and they can't. So you're literally beating them down too. The same time you're beating down the trans community. But the other thing is, I want to say is, you do not hear this conversation with trans men. You want to hear this when it comes to trans women. And I have no idea why some women, I'm not going to say black women, but why some women have an issue with other trans women. I don't. Because the thing is you should be flattered that somebody sees you just so beautiful that they want their body, they want to emulate you in a little way.
I personally think it's men. I really, in my unhumbled ass opinion, uneducated ass opinion on this subject, I really think it's men. I think it's men that push that whole, because I mean, it's just in my perspective, my view, that I've seen more men whisper, hey, or say women, the trans women, they trying to take over for y'all. They trying to do this, they trying to do that. When in actuality, a lot of them are attracted to trans women, and they don't want to say that they're attracted to trans women. I really
These are
think
same people traveling to Thailand. These are same people traveling to Thailand.
this is
The
like
same people that's looking at it on Twitter.
exactly.
I can show you 20 people right now. They're on my Facebook page. They're supposed to be straight. They follow trans women right now on Twitter, and you literally see their penis.
There was a situation like a few years ago down like right on the north side where, and everybody was in an uproar about it, where this man killed this trans woman by dragging her behind his vehicle and like for like almost 2 miles, and killed her that way. Everybody was all on social media and everyone's talking about, oh, because she lied, she tricked him. No, that wasn't the case at all. What it was is that he was angry.
She was an activist.
Well,
she was actually an activist. She was out about her sexuality.
They were, but what I'm saying is that they were in a relationship and he was abusive to her. It had nothing to do with him, being tricked or anything like that. And when the truth came out that he was angry and jealous that she was leaving him, that's when everybody got silent. Oh, I'm like, and because I distinctly remember posting about, I was like, wait a minute, where's everybody commentary now? What happened now? You found out that this black man was in love with this trans woman, or his version of what love is, and was actually abusing her. And she was just trying to get away from him. And he got her, tied her to the back of the car, and killed her. Where's all the commentary now? There is none, because the truth of the matter is that's what a lot of men want, instead of just living their truth and being with who they want to be with.
And but the thing is, a lot of people are scared of their own fantasies. A lot of people are scared of their own fantasies. And that's literally where a lot of it lies. A lot of people are scared of their own fantasies instead of just living in their truth.
Live your truth. If you want to be with trans women, if you want to be with trans men, if you want to be with a transformer, live your truth. Do what you need to do, and stop fucking with other people. Because all you're doing is hurting. You're hurting people. You're hurting people when you do that. You're hurting your potential future, your potential children, your potential, partner. You're hurting them. Just go live your life. If you want to be with trans people, go for it. Go for it and be happy. If you don't, go for it and be happy.
Well, thank you for enjoying this episode of Shit Talk Podcast. We try to touch a little bit of every subject today. This episode was on failure. And I want to say,
I have an announcement.
Oh, please do.
Me and Chucky's birthday is in 15 days.
Yay!
It is.
Okay, I'm back.
Yes, and next week we'll start our relationship series. We'll have some guests. It will be some married people. It'll be some single people. It'll be some people that's actively dating. It'll be some people that may have dated wrong. And also during this series, I'm gonna teach y'all how to ask. I'm gonna teach you how to ask your spouse for money.
I'm gonna show y'all your spouse
for money. And Double Dose is gonna show you her dating profile.
It's easy to ask your spouse for money.
But the thing is that your spouse can be somebody you're dating. Your spouse can be somebody you're with for a while.
It can be your partner.
Your partner.
Your spouse is who you're married to.
Okay, your partner. I just look at it all as a spouse. Like people be in relationships now for 18 years. What's that famous guy that just asked that lady to marry him after 6,944 days?
They were together for 19 years. She was a damn fool.
Oh, they got married. He asked her to to marry him that long ago. They just now got married.
Oh yeah, they just now got married. That's what it was. They've been engaged for that long period of time. So I'm just saying.
You gotta do what's best.
I'm talk to y'all about getting life insurance on your partner. Because if you're together longer than 6 months, you need life insurance. Because the thing is, if you're living together, you have rent, you have bills together, and everything else like that. If anything happens to them, you still gotta live.
Don't tell me that. That means I should have got life insurance on my ex. because we were together longer than 6 months.
You should have. But if you're living together and you're sharing bills, you should have life insurance.
We didn't live together though. Damn.
You really, really should. But thank you so much for enjoying this episode of Shit Talk Podcast. And I'm Chucky.
Good night. I'm Double Dose. I forgot to exit myself out.
Exit yourself out.
Like you said your name, I didn't say my name when I was supposed to. I just said good night. I'm ready for